What's up, everybody? Welcome to Today I Work On, and today I'm going to go over the 4C on a really long road trip. We're talking 1,000-mile road trip. I had to come up to New York for something for the family, and I'm at currently 562 miles in 2 days. I've been everywhere, so back and forth, and I still need to drive home to Virginia. So we're talking another 400 miles, so we're talking 1,000 miles. And it's funny, there's a lot of little things that came up when I first took the car up here, which was like 300 miles, that I didn't even think about when I left. It was so crazy. So I'm gonna get into all the funny things that the 4C gives you on a road trip, and I just want to let you know that I'm enjoying the road trip. Like I said, I'm 560 miles in, and I'm having a good time with the car. So let me, I'll get on the way home, if there's enough light, I'll get into all the cuteness of the 4C, and I'll also get into the things that are not great about the 4C, and I'll get into things that are actually really awesome with the 4C. So look forward to that, and I'll be back in a little bit. You know, first funny part about the 4C, which actually is really good, is that it's a anti-using your cell phone while driving machine. So this car is completely stock, and let me tell you something. You let go of the steering wheel for a split second, and it's like this. It is shaking. It follows the road. Now, they call it tram lining, and this car in a stock form with these tires, with this alignment, is a tram lining king. It's not a bad thing, though, because because of the tram lining, you need to pay attention to how you drive this car. There is no texting and driving on a 4C. It should be like it's funny, it should be like an option for all cars, because your hands need to be on the steering wheel every single second you're driving it. I tried to even pick up my phone off of my mounts, and that's even a problem. So the tram lining is real. I never understood when people talked about tram lining, because I felt it in other cars in the past. But the 4C takes it to like a whole nother level. It's like major league level tram lining. So I can see where people don't like that. But anyway, I just wanted to get that in right off the bat. And then something else I want to get into is, so I leave my house and I hit the highway, and I left late, you know, like 7, 8 o'clock at night. So there's not much traffic. I'm into coming up here to New York for about an hour or two, and I'm wondering, where's the cruise control? I'm looking around. I put the light on. You cannot see it when you're driving this car. So finally, I took a peek, and I'll show a picture, and it's a little stalk that sticks out on the left side, way lower than the turn signals, and you cannot see it. I swore I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to drive this whole way up with no cruise control. So there is cruise control, it works, but the cruise control is kind of funny because you don't really know that it's on or not. It just says cruise control on, and you don't know when you set it, it's actually really on. And you don't know when it actually turns off. The only way you know is like this little button that you turn. It says info, cruise control on, cruise control off. That's it. That's the limit of the cruise control, but at least we have it. So that is something else that's super interesting about the 4C. I will get into other funny quirks about the 4C as they pop into my memory while I'm driving. Let's talk about the radio. It's not bad. The radio itself is not bad. This has, I think it comes with the sub option, which makes it feel a little better in here. Is it like a BMW with like 500 speakers? No. But that's okay. I like listening to the sound of the turbo. But the stereo system, it's better than what people give it credit for. But do you know what's really bad? The Bluetooth. I can't talk to my wife on the Bluetooth. She said it's an echoey sound, and there's just a lot of reverb. So I have to put in my AirPods to talk to her. So I don't know if that's the headset that's the problem. It comes with like an Alpine off-the-shelf headset. it's a 2019, so the headset's not that old. It's 2 years old, right? So the Bluetooth is disappointing. I might have to upgrade that. You know, it's actually a big plus to the 4C. It's driving in traffic. There's no shifting. There's no clutching. There's no... It's actually probably a really great New York City sports car. So I'm enjoying not having to clutch every 3 seconds. I've taken my other cars up here, and I've lived up here with a 6-speed, and it's kind of brutal driving around in traffic all the time. So that is something that I'm really enjoying. So it's less stressful on my feet and my hands, and I'm not as fatigued. So, and it's getting a little bit dark. This is probably the last video I'm going to do on in the car. I'll go over the rest of the little cool things about the 4C outside the car, but I'm enjoying the trip, basically. I'm not uncomfortable. It's roomy for me, and I'm going to get into the best part about driving this car on a long trip. It blew my mind. So I will, I'll wait to get into that. But this is it for now, and the next time I talk will be when I'm home. So I have about 400 miles to go, and I'll recap then. Well, I'm back from the trip, 911 miles in 17 hours of driving in 2 days, basically. That was a trip up, hanging out with people, going to get some pizza, and then coming home. The biggest, most awesome part of the 4C is the gas mileage. I didn't realize how good the gas mileage was. I was cruising around 65, 70. I was getting almost 38 miles to the gallon, which is mind-blowing to me. It's a 10-gallon tank, so if you do the math, right, you're talking 350, 360 miles to a tank. That's way more than the S2000, and that has a bigger tank, so it does get better gas mileage. I guess it's the turbo. It's a 2.1 liter. It's a little bit bigger than the S2000. Very interesting to me. Actually, it's a 1.7. Sorry. Duh. Stupid me. I'm thinking about AP1s and AP2s. Comfortable wise, I was pretty comfortable in the seat. The seat to me is comfortable. I mean, I have a small butt. I don't know. It's kind of bony too, but I wasn't uncomfortable whatsoever. I actually enjoyed driving the 4C for those 2 days, and I will do it again if my wife lets me. Because you know what actually really happened? She wanted to take the 4C out. She had a dinner that same night. And I was like, take the Viper. And then the fobs died on the Viper. Both of them died at the same time. So she couldn't take a sports car out. She was really upset. And then I got yelled at. So well, I know, first world problems, right? But anyway, all in all, the 4C, it's not a Cadillac. If you think you're buying a Cadillac, you're out of your mind. It's a really fun, raw, but not too uncomfortable sports car. I truly enjoy driving it. The luggage is a little tight, but you can fit a full carry-on in the back and then a few other accessories around the carry-on. Like I bought my air pump, I bought a plug kit, I bought a bunch of other things, my laptop. I put my clothes hanging in the passenger seat, which was fine. And then I bought my pillow squishy, whatever, in like the bottom of where your feet would go on the passenger side. So I enjoyed the car. People that say it's not comfortable, I don't know what you think you're buying. It's not a Cadillac, but it is a really fun sports car. And again, if you're in a city, the auto is great. You don't have to roll through great gears. I've driven quite a few sports cars in my time. I've sit in right seat in a lot of sports cars. And I find the car pretty uncomfortable. I don't know why people like to knock this car, but let me tell you, man, it is something special. And it's probably one of the best builds in the 2010s, period, in my opinion. So that's the long range test on the 4C. Next up, I'm going to do the oil change, because when I was coming home, I was about 15 minutes away. The oil change light went on, and that's what's next. So I'll throw it on the lifts. We'll take a look at what's going on underneath the car, and we'll do a proper oil change on it. So again, thanks for watching. If you like this episode, please like it. If you have any questions, ask them in the comments. I always answer you. And if you like more 4C content, please subscribe. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.